Well, this is my second attempt at this video. My camera's playing up a bit. Well, there you go. That's my Wilesco lokomobile D430, as you can see. I've made some enhancements. That bearing on here is extra. Gives a lot more stability to this long crankshaft, and also a soldered fillet there and there, which gives the whole engine base a bit more strength, because there was only two bolts holding it before to the boiler. There's also a boiler strap here I put on, which joins one side of the firebox to the other and holds the boiler to it. It just makes it a bit better. A bit of lagging on there, and the steam inlet pipe, that's more cosmetic than anything else. What else have I got? Oh yes, this is the pole and the trace piece for driving with a pair of horses. These engines were drawn by horse. They could propel themselves at about walking pace simply by fitting this chain here, but it was walking pace, and it was hardly ever used except on very steep hills to help the horses pull it up. But they were mostly horse drawn, and they were steered by horse anyway. There is no mechanical steering. There wasn't on the real engines, and there's none on this. But they were very useful. They could negotiate the bends in country roads and entrances to farms and so on. The traction engines would struggle with. And plus they were lighter on the ground and didn't damage the ground so much as a big traction engine. But the downside, of course, they weren't as powerful. But I'm quite pleased with the little engine. I've got rid of some of the bling by using a little bit of black paint. There was far too much brass there for a working engine. I put the chunky tyres on. They help bring it to scale. They trying to get as near as I can to 1/12 scale to go with my Victorian forge DIORAMA. And there's Floydie somewhere, wondering why on earth I'm talking to myself. But there you go. And yes, it's fine. There's a few things I'm not keen on yet. This wheel for the drain is rather big, and I may even put a little feed pump there, hand feed pump, instead of having to fill it through the valve with a syringe, with a safety valve with a syringe. But I only put in about 100 cc's or so of water, so it's no great hardship really. But there she is. That's the very important really, although you only put a drop of oil in, but it's very important because that's where the steam cylinder oil goes. Just a drop. All the rest, of course, is just engine oil into the bearing here and any really moving part. Just a tiny drop of engine oil, and keeps it going. But it's a very attractive little engine. And compared to A traction engine, which I thought about getting, is about £1,000. This on a well-known auction site with and with the tyres and all the other bits and pieces I bought, probably about 220. So there's a huge difference. So I went for this one. Right, I'll go and get my bits and pieces and fill the boiler up and so on, and S-bit tablets, which I'm not all that keen on, but they're alright. A thing for the future is a big gas burner to go in there, and a tiny little bottle for the gas. But there she is. So what do you think, Floyd? We'll go steaming. Oh, I should apologise to all the more experienced steam modelers and so on. I may be talking down to them a little bit, but I'll try to explain to beginners and people who are just having a look, really. I don't know how much of that video came out, as the camera stopped for some reason. I'm going to replace this wheel. It's far too big, and this rather large pressure gauge. And I might just put a hand pressure pump, boiler feed water pump on here, but I'll see how I go with that, because they're quite expensive and it'd be fiddly to fit. But there you go. But there she is. Oh, the other thing I've done, of course, I just put a little bit of lag in here, just cosmetic really. Okay, so I'll get everything ready and we'll show us steaming, I think. The boiler is filled through the safety valve here. I use a syringe, which is far less messy than using a funnel. There's the burner with its S-bit tablets in. They're not perfect, but they'll do. They can be sometimes a bit difficult to light. Oil, ordinary car oil in the bearings and moving parts, just a drop, and then just a drop of steam cylinder oil in there that goes in here, just a drop, otherwise it gets messy. And here's the burner slides in there. Difficult with one hand, but it's in there, and it's lit. The other thing I might get is a gas burner in there instead of this tablet things, because they don't last very long. And the gas is far more controllable. But there she is, and she's running nicely. And perhaps I should apologise for my voice as well, and the sniffles. I've got a terrible cold. I'm trying to get views from all angles so you can see her, and the smoky chimney, which is a nice touch. But it's a very, very good engine. Very, very good engine. Especially with enhancements. Good value for money. I mean, I don't normally buy engines. I prefer making them out of castings and bits and pieces and so on, but this is a good one. So there you go. Thank you. Hope you enjoy. Oh, one thing I should add, when it's finished, take the burner out when it's hot. Otherwise, it makes a dreadful mess. And it sticks. So, there you go. And it smells a bit. Right, thank you everybody for watching. Again, apologies if I bored anybody. Have a nice day.